Oreo Del Mar here for the new NWA Official Wrestling Magazine, online exclusively at NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Read about all the stars of the National Wrestling Alliance now at NationalWrestlingAlliance.com. Scroll to the top and click Magazine.
For over 70 years, one name has stood for history, legacy, and tradition in professional wrestling. And the centerpiece of that legacy is the original lineal heavyweight championship of the world, the one that started them all, known to many as the 10 pounds of gold. Now, by popular demand, you can have your very own symbol of excellence, as the NWA has teamed up with Fandu Belts to bring you the official replica of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. This meticulously handcrafted belt is available in two options: the original pre-2021 Glory, as well as the updated version featuring the UK plate. Own the granddaddy of them all, the 10 pounds of gold. To order, visit fandubelt.com/NWA.
Oh my gosh, it's me, Ella Indy, the It Girl, and I'm so excited to finally show you guys my new shirt. Where the hell is my shirt? Excuse me, what are you doing? Do your job. What is a slime ball? Yes, that one, put it up. Anyway, this is my new shirt, and you can get it at NWAmerch.com/NWAmerch.com. Are you gonna put it up for me, or do I have to do everything myself? Yeah, that's right. Get some more. Do you guys get some more? Come on, get some more. Oh my God, nobody knows how to do their job except me. Come on. We are on a time limit. No, that's not her.
It's the same color.
Okay. Anyway, go to NWAmerch.com and get the new LNV It Girl shirt. Thank you.
I thought we both did it. What are we doing?
Did we not do it? Where's the
How
thing?
do we get rid of this thing? What's happening here?
Got it. This is what happens when Gary's not here.
How's everybody doing? This is the NWA. It's Monday. It's a holiday. Happy MLK Day, ladies and gentlemen. Did anybody get the day off from work? I know we didn't.
Oh no, we didn't. Not
no,
at
we
all.
didn't. But here we are.
Did, and it was really nice. But
Aww.
you know, Ivy was a little fidgety today. She's a little gassy, little baby right there. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, look at that. I figured out how to do that.
Big time.
It's only taken like a year
I
and a half.
forgot to put my ring light on. I look like
that's fine. You got time.
Scared.
And we hope that you guys have had time to enjoy and catch up on NWA Power, because every Tuesday, 6:05 p.m. Eastern, you can go to the NWA X account at NWA and watch, well, wrestling as it's meant to be. You can catch up all your favorite stars, all your favorite stories, all your favorite moments. And you have the man sitting right next to me, Joe Snow Galli. And Joe, right now, Texas, tell me about it.
Dude, like, we are hours away from a potential snowpocalypse. We're talking possibly 2 inches of snow in the greater San Antonio area, 6 inches of snow in Houston. So it's going to completely cripple the infrastructure that we have, because they just can't handle that stuff around here.
Yeah.
But it's fine, because you know where it's not snowing? Florida.
That's right. That's right. It's cold though. It's like 40 degrees here right now, which is a little.
People don't realize how cold it gets.
No, my plants outside, they're having problems. They're suffering. It's upsetting. We did a lot of time. We were I was gonna get plastic bags and everything, but everything did this. But either way, Tampa, Florida, you guys could be a part of it. I think the cold might be over by then. February 2nd, a special start time. Who's to say? I don't know. I'm not a weatherman.
There's heat and air conditioning at WEDU though, so you don't worry about it.
It is an indoor show, ladies and gentlemen, that you could be a part of, and we want you to be there coming up, as I said, February 2nd. right there. Bam. Early start time, 2 to 5 p.m. How many times do you get to just take an afternoon with the wife, the kids, the family, the mistress, whatever you got going on in your life? Enjoy some pro wrestling with them in Tampa. Hey, I'm inclusive. I'm just making sure everybody knows whatever their life is.
Take the wife and the mistress to the same show. Perhaps split it up. Take the wife to Tampa and the mistress to Dothan.
I might have a very different life.
And peanuts in there. That's
and you know what? On Power this week, also, we're going to have plenty of opportunity for people to see the action, because if you're like, I don't know, should I go see NWA Power in Tampa, Florida on February 2nd? Well, you can get a little taste of what's to come on that, because tomorrow night at 6:05, we mentioned already, let's do it right now. We have a brand new episode of Power coming at you, 6:05 p.m. Eastern on the X Twitter account. And of course, there's going to be so many things going on, including EC3. The man who, as of late, has referred to himself as the evolution of the Overman. And he, on this day in the middle of January, on January 20th, he has decided he is the Overlord. Really weird. But we're going to find out what he has to do with that. Carson Drake, my high school prom. Not kidding. I missed it. Doesn't matter. It'll be back up on the stage in a minute. We have non-title match coming up, as well as Tom Latimer will go against the young upstart Tyler Franks. And now I know what you're thinking. We've talked about it. If you watch Power the week before, huge news. EC3 Tom Latimer cage match looks to kill, which will be airing very soon. How do you make a cage like this on NWA Power? But because of that, Tom wants to be a fighting champion. He wants to defend the title everywhere he goes. NWA President William Patrick Corrigan, though, he says, I've got money on this. I know people want to see EC3 versus Tom Latimer. He doesn't want to risk it. So tomorrow night, non-title match. Because imagine that. Can you imagine EC3, the guy he is, if it was a title match, just running in, costing Tom the match, Tyler Franks becomes NWA World Champion, and then EC3 just beats the living hell of him in a cage match.
See, look, that's that 4-dimensional chess that you see with the Overlord. Yeah. And so you got to try to get ahead of it, because I bet that's definitely something that Corrigan was thinking about when, like, oh, well, the belt's on the line. These group of thugs. And I know Exodus is watching because I've seen them commenting. Those minions are a group of thugs. I think they're an official gang. I think the new president is going to sign an official order naming them a terrorist group to be hunted down like the dogs that they are.
And you can't trust a person in a mask. They're running around everywhere, including on NWA Power tomorrow night, as Joe Casio, the Long Island landmine himself, he's ready for action. Colby Carino, and they're going to team up and go against Magic Jake Dumas and the masked Zion. Now, Joe, have you heard the rumors that everyone in Idolmania is an illegitimate child of Austin Idol?
It's entirely possible. And I feel like when we were in Forney, I met a couple more of his kids. Like, it's weird. You're going to see that coming up on programming. But, I mean, talk about a guy that gets around, or at least got around, back in the day. I don't know.
They make pills. They make pills. Who's to say? Needless to say, we're also going to have a very special moment for us, ladies and gentlemen, as we were joking around, but this one is actually one that's really serious for us. You can tune into Power and help celebrate the legacy of a friend of ours that we have lost, a great man, a hell of a competitor, but basically just a damn good human being. Jax Dane, you are missed still. He'll be teaming with Baron Von Storm against Mims and Black G's in his final match. Ladies and gentlemen. So if you want to be a part of Power, want to tune in for that one, it's there. Jax is a man that is always worth being remembered. And in fact, just as a segue, Danny Dealz isn't here. He's usually our hype man and stuff like that. If you want to, you can actually go on the nationalwrestlingalliance.com/shop website. The Jax Dane Memorial t-shirt, their funds are helping go to his family,
if you want that specific t-shirt, and might be because sometimes people are like, I don't know where to go, just go to my X account, my Twitter account at Joe Galli News is pinned to the top, where you can click directly to that link and buy that shirt too. But to go back into the chat here, let's see here. What were they? What was it?
What do we got going
now? I know who we're targeting next. You better bring the goddamn National Guard.
I've got a great idea for who they should target next. There's this really obnoxious guy who thinks he's a gentleman from the country. His name's AJ Kazana. If you ever want to whoop somebody's ass,
beat total crap out of him.
Just show him why Exodus is the best territory. Just do it. There you go.
Buy the book.
I was going to get that burial in here somewhere tonight.
Mhm.
And speaking of getting it in somewhere, La Princesa Tiffany Nieves has just made it almost, I don't know, her mission to sabotage everybody's opportunity in the National Wrestling Alliance. That's not her when it comes to the NWA World Women's Championship. And we saw it a few weeks back. La Princesa interfered in Natalia Markova's match. Essentially, Natalia Markova, she had earned the opportunity for the NWA World's Women's Championship. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, bam, La Princesa comes in, cost her the match. She earned so much coming from NWA 76. And now, well, these two are finally going to lock up in the ring for the first time in a while. And now it is damn personal. So tomorrow night on Power, grab your popcorn, grab your drink. Joe and I already got our drinks. We're going to be doing this for the rest of the night.
Yeah, baby.
And if you want to see action unlike any other, and I can tell you intensity, because as my girlfriend always tells me, how come the women are so angry and aggressive all the time? It's very true.
It's probably because they don't like each other. It'd be nice if they had friends around them, but they all are around each other. They don't like each other.
I got to be honest with you. I'm really, really looking forward to this one because I think Natalia Markova might finally teach La Princesa a lesson. And tonight on the pod, we're supposed to be getting taught her own little lesson from Tiffany. She's going to tell me I'm wrong and I don't know what I'm talking about. That's soon to come.
What else is new?
What else? What can I do? Let's talk about what else is new. Obviously, it's Martin Luther King Day, and today there was an inauguration if you're watching this in the United States. So
Dude,
a lot of things on the horizon and stuff.
You couldn't avoid it. I think it was on the Food Network.
I think I heard your wife when we were on the phone earlier. Didn't she walk in the room and say something? You're like, it's on every channel.
Yeah, she had
like,
no
he was like,
option.
can you change it?
No, I guess you could have gone to Netflix or YouTube or something, but.
And now that we're part of the New World Order, I have to ask Elon, Power, it's on X. Why don't you kick that thing up a little bit more and get a little bit more attention on it?
Yeah, come on now.
Hey, come on.
You know what? I'm gonna slide in his DMs. He's not
I
busy.
feel like Elon should like wrestling.
I think he loves wrestling.
And we're on his thing.
I bet he loves Exodus Pro Wrestling, and they should have Elon Musk versus the State Farm guy at their next show. And by the way, we didn't talk about this before. Congratulations once again for another phenomenal show with Exodus Pro. I will give you your flowers, despite the fact that there are many minions and gang members
chips.
And guys who would eat chips like that work on that show. And they've got a new champ. How about that? Dante Casanova, the Jaguar, baby.
Wow.
We're gonna have to get
I know. Big props to him, but PBJ right there. I always say PBJ. Pretty Boy Smooth is going to be a part of our Tampa tapings, in fact. And will he be getting revenge for that? It remains to be State Farm guy might not be breathing. Ooh.
That's what I'm talking about.
He's got insurance for that.
Attacking insurance agents for no reason. It's a shame. It's a damn shame.
It's a damn shame. And if you didn't see it, you could tune in to the National Wrestling Alliance YouTube channel right now and play catch up there. Begin again the Exodus Pro show from this past Saturday. And obviously we gave you a little spoiler, big news, title change on that show. However,
breaking news.
You don't know how it happened. You don't know what happened. You need to be there. Go to the NWA YouTube page. You might be watching this on there right now. Swing by there. And if you need a little link, I could just go right here. Bacow. That's what it looks like when you spell it youtube.com/NWA. Look at Tom. Looks like money in that.
Tom looks like money all the time. He's so tan and fit.
Do you think it's really the chicken by the pound that sponsors him that gets him that cut? Or do you think it's just like healthy living or other things? I feel like I'd like to think he could still eat McDonald's and look like that, but I know it's got to be the chicken by the pound.
I think it helps. And, you know, if you want to use promo code, this is the NWA. we got to talk to Tom. How have we not looked this up? We should have a chicken by the pound sponsorship.
Tom, I know you're not watching, but we're going to clip this clip and set it because chicken by the pound. I love meatballs. I love chicken. If I can get
he loves
chicken-shaped meatballs, it's amazing there. I see the guy eating it all the time at shows. It's not just a gimmick. It's a reality. Yeah. Just like this guy being obnoxious as all hell. Carson Drake, big shout out, NWA television champion.
I'll tell you that much.
He's going to be in Tampa.
Chicken balls. That might be something else.
In case you're wondering where Gary Horne is on the run from Alex Misery right now. In case you're wondering where Danny Dealz is in the middle of the ocean right now. But don't worry, he didn't cross somebody.
Several feet below the surface is a Titanic level disaster, and we will all lovingly take your hat off and give respect to Danny Dealz. I'm just kidding. He's selling merch or something on a
Selling
boat.
merch. He's on a music tour. The man merch don't stop. And you know what doesn't stop? NWA shows throughout the territories, because coming up Friday, January 24th, you could be a part of They Not Like Us, NWA Crossfire's next event. Go to nationalwrestlingalliance.com for tickets right now, or NWA live events.
And, you know, we got a couple more. I don't know if we got the graphics for them, but there are several more.
I just started looking off into the distance like you were. I'm like,
no, like I've got my other monitor over here. So here in San Antonio, NWA Texas Dog Pound Championship Wrestling, January 19th. They're having Paradox, which is a fun show. And it's at what's the name of that place? It's at this really cool burger place that's got delicious burgers. Kyle's gonna.
you always tried to tell me about.
You gotta get booked.
You need to get booked.
You gotta talk to Rodney and see if you can get booked there. And then I thought we had another. Didn't WLW?
We do. We've got a couple things going on right here, which is why I went over to the ticket page at nationalwrestlingalliance.com to get the update. Gary usually does all this for us, but Gary, again, running away from Alex Misery right now. NWA JCP Heartbreakers and Troublemakers is coming to you in Decatur. I'm going to say February 7th, right around the corner. Just a few short days. I mean, I think they are losing every day.
I don't even know what match they're in, but I hope they lose.
They are at Meg's North Elementary School, a place they never graduated from. And you folks, yeah, see.
I was going to make a much worse taste sort of joke about how they shouldn't be allowed within 100 yards of that school, but that's not fair to KC.
That's not fair. KC, my favorite Kazana. Joe,
I like Mama Kazana. Mama
Joe,
Kazana's my favorite Kazana.
My second favorite Kazana. Mama Kazana, third favorite Kazana. The Kazana Dog, fourth favorite Kazana. Austin Idol. I'm told he's actually the father of AJ Kazana.
Well, that would explain a lot.
So that makes Austin Idol my fourth favorite Kazana.
Yep.
Anyway, moving on. Let's go look at some of the chat right here. In case you're just joining us right now and you're like, where's Gary? How come it's Kyle and Joe only? That's because we found out 10 minutes before we went on the air that we didn't follow up with the rest of the team because we've been sidetracked. And so we said, hey, we don't want to let you down. Tiffany Nieves will be on the show tonight unless she also has something arise, like being stuck in an ocean or being stalked by Alex Misery. Exodus Pro in here. What else we got?
I hear she's an Olympic level swimmer. And even with that Exodus Pro Women's Championship, no problem. You can just swim for miles all day.
Gotcha. Got Tommy Henry Sr. on here. NWA Crossfire Friday night. That's right. We
there
just
it
plugged
is.
it on here.
You got to tell us these things, and we can get them on the website where they should be. Thanks.
Joe Galli is drinking Windex. Oh, what are they in the chat? Is NWA JCP in the chat? I thought that's what we were talking about. Gambino, hi, nice to see you. What's going on? Hope everybody's having a good night there. Hope everybody had a good weekend too. And again, we brought this up earlier. If you want to watch some wrestling, not only do we have Power tomorrow night at 6:05 p.m. Eastern on the X account, but we got a show coming up February 2nd, Tampa, Florida. And also you could play catch up right now. And as soon as we're done talking, I said, "Jay, don't do it right now. Go watch our guest tonight, Tiffany Nieves."
You're probably watching us on YouTube as it is. So
I know
this the podcast is done, and then you can continue your evening. Because what else are you going to watch tonight? Come on, it's all this inauguration stuff. Who cares? You know, whatever. You should watch some NWA programming. And look at this, Exodus Pro. They're also starting an NWA Mars territory.
They're going to put an Exodus Pro flag on Mars.
Well, that's because like this gang of minions is going to have to be excommunicated from the planet and sent to Mars because they don't belong on this planet of respectable people.
I know the truth here. Joe and I are just upset because we aren't in the place in life where we have followers that would just allow us to become overlords that would take over. I mean,
there's a level of jealousy.
There is a level of jealousy. I'm covered with tattoos. I have some muscles that are visible.
I got a tattoo.
Joe's, yeah, he's got a tattoo. By the way, folks, if you didn't know this, he's got a tattoo. That's one of those things where every time I see it, I go, when did that happen? And I go, that's right.
Mm-hmm. I might have a piercing too.
I remember when that happened.
Maybe. Good old Australia. When you go down under, you go down under. I'm just saying.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen. And whenever he gets it stuck in a zipper, it is indeed Hard Times, which is coming to you from Dothan, Alabama, March 22nd. Get your tickets at NWALiveEvents.com. We've got plenty of matches about to be announced on that, and the tickets will be rolling out. They already are. You can buy the tickets, but the matches in the schedule to appear, well, we've got plenty of talent there. And let me be honest with you, is Tom Latimer going to walk into Dothan, Alabama as the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion after he gets in that cage match with EC3? It all is going to come to a head over the coming weeks, and you can tune in to NWA on X tomorrow night, 6:05 as EC3. You think he's going to give us a little idea about his plan? I don't know.
No. I think it's going to be a bunch of random gibberish that sounds like he was reading something off the Dead Sea Scrolls. So I don't know what to expect. He's crazy. And that's part of the fun. You know, it's like it seems like every episode of Power recently, they just get more and more chaotic and there's just stuff happening. I think the problem, honestly, is, you know, back in the day, you know, Billy Corgan would kind of be by gorilla and he would see stuff happening. Yeah. Maybe but now that he's on commentary, the guys are kind of like doing stuff and coming out, and there's no one there to kind of stop it before it happens.
That's true.
So
that's a great point.
Anymore.
Before there was an owner of a company, a rock star backstage, you're like, what are all these guys doing?
He'd be at like the gorilla position, and now there's like just the person who's in the gorilla position, and that's not enough to stop them from causing havoc. You know,
or stealing catering. That's another problem.
Catering.
These mask guys are just taking everything out of
it's gotten so bad. It's just coffee, no donuts. Sorry. Blame those people stealing.
Real upset about it. So upset about it, in fact, that we're going to have to start putting some people back there to watch it. Maybe a series of tag teams. That if we were to have them in competition with one another and that they could all have some sort of tournament. And that tournament would take place.
Single elimination, bracket-based, seeded.
Maybe a cup. That was full of like a maybe if this cup was full of Crockett and this cup of Crockett was to take place, I don't know, maybe in
Mars?
I don't know. Maybe in another state that we don't go to that often. I guess we'll find out more.
Could be.
I want to talk about stuff, but I can't talk about stuff.
Hey, put in the chat what questions you have for Kyle and I.
Please do.
We can give you a peek behind the curtain as members of the office, as they say. So if you have any pressing questions or something like that, you can put it in there. Here's a good question. Well, not Mark, because I wish Mark was coming.
I wish Mark was there to handle
all
everything.
The catering if he came, because Mark's great. I love Mark. Shout out Mark, everybody. But yeah, let us know any questions that you have. We got a lot of fun shows coming up. We have some interesting opportunities we can't announce yet, but there's going to be some stuff back where I'm from originally on the West Coast is the best.
I was going to say, not Richmond, Virginia. Joe,
not Richmond, Virginia.
When you're talking about,
I'm not from Richmond, Virginia.
I am so hungry right now, Joe. When I see you flashing West Coast things, I just really want a grilled cheese sandwich.
It's the best.
Weird.
Now, okay, when you make your grilled cheese.
Oh, I don't butter the bread.
You don't butter what do you put on it?
I just get regular bread and I put cheese in there and I put it in the panini press because the panini press
the panini press
everything. But when I do use butter on anything, because I never use it, holy shit, is butter delicious. I forget about it. I forget about it so much. Ohio or Irish?
I think that was
I hate mayonnaise. I will not actually even eat mayonnaise based things.
I'm with you where I don't like mayonnaise per se on the sandwich, but for the grilled cheese on the outside, when you put it in the skillet, it makes this perfect golden brown crust on the outside. So a lot of people put butter. I actually do the mayonnaise thing, and that actually works out really well. That's the only time I use the mayonnaise that's in my fridge.
I'm a really finicky eater. I usually don't touch pickles or anything like that. Yeah. Well, that's not the one I don't like. That's one of the ones I do like.
You don't know who's typing.
AJ doesn't know how to type.
That's true. He's functionally
illiterate.
Thank you.
He makes
I was going to use the R word, and I had to stop.
When he tagged with Thrill Billy back in the day, Thrill Billy was the smart one in the group. I don't usually like pickles. I never really eat them. I get everything just meat and cheese for the most part. Yesterday, made a sandwich with a ghost pepper chicken tender. There's some nice dill pickles on there. Slice of cheese. It balanced out so much. It's been hitting me the last hour, but it balanced out so much.
Thrilling conversation
of what's eating.
Bring in somebody to talk more about pickles, and that is La Princesa Tiffany Nieves.
Wow. Joe,
welcome to the show.
That is not the introduction Danny Dealz would have ever given me, let alone Kyle. Can you try again? Because this nonsense.
I gotta know. La Princesa, you're an elite level athlete. You're a champion. I get it.
The first ever NWA Exodus Pro.
What's the question? Because I can give you an answer.
Okay. Your cheat day. What are we doing?
It's a good question.
What's
Well,
your
I thought
cheat
you
day
left
meal?
on pickles. Let's stay to pickles. Ask the pickle
Are
question.
you a
Pickles?
pickle person?
I thought you said so. When I hopped on, you said something about pickles.
I was
Yes.
talking about how I'm a finicky eater. I don't like pickles,
Why?
but I got ghost pepper chicken yesterday, and I put pickles on it, and it was delicious.
Because I can tell you, the one bonus or benefit of pickle is if you're having a pickle shot, just pickle juice.
Oh.
I use that to stay hydrated before or after a match.
It's a solid call.
I'm told
That's
that
how
it
I
really does
rejuvenate
help.
all the
It works really
energy.
well. It helps with
That-
a hangover too, but you wouldn't know that because you're better than all of us. And
I
That's
am
right.
the best at everything, so I guess that means I am
100%.
better.
I see the championship
Now,
is
what's
on
happening
your
to Kyle? Because I will say, a lot of interesting, odd things have been happening anytime I'm involved. I mean, literally, I almost missed the opportunity to get here for the NWA fans because my vanity chair just broke right in front of me. And then yesterday, well, I don't want to talk about it, but there was a mishap with my entrance, and it was extremely humiliating. I feel this is all being done on purpose, and I'd love to talk about it.
Please
That-
do.
That
This is-
entrance, though, you can see, ladies and gentlemen,
Well,
on
as
the
you can see,
NWA
begin
YouTube
again,
page right now.
I still remain the Exodus Pro Women's Champion.
winner, winner.
Chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. And the thing that's frustrating about it, I had to compete against Kylie Page. And upon her return, she wasn't 10 out of 10. And that's a shame. Everyone on the internet seems to claim I did something really awful. I think what's the most awful is that even at her own promotion, KFW, they should really call it KFC because they're all chickens there. Why isn't there a women's title there? I'd like to know.
It's run by women.
I know.
Run by
I'd
women.
love to know. You know, I think I heard through the grapevine the reason they don't have a title is because Kenzie defends her NWA Women's Championship title there. But I mean, when will Kylie realize? Not only does Kylie get in her own way, her own sister gets in her own way. How selfish is that? You don't think other women all over the territory deserve to be a champion? You just think because you're the women's champion, you can get in the way of your own sister? I said months ago, Pretty Empowered was going to fall one by one. It started with Ella Envy. And now I'm seeing a little bit of a rift because Kylie claims to be the queen of the territories. But the only territory I've seen her is at her own promotion, which has no title, and my promotion. I guess we can mention Joe Kazana's promotion. But another interesting thing is even Joe Kazana didn't have a title till La Princesa came around. So begs to differ, is Exodus Pro territory one of the best territories out of all the territories? Why is my title the most sought for? I'd love to know. What?
No, that's a great. You are not only a trendsetter, but you're setting the curve when it comes to championships in the NWA territory system, and that's why you're La Princesa. But
I
on
wouldn't
top of that,
water it down to a trendsetter. I think I'm a history maker.
Oh,
And
it's
if we're
true.
going to be kind
First
today,
ever.
let's be very kind. The NWA Women's division is filled with history makers. I mean, we have the youngest NWA Women's Champion. I think she also hit what you want to call whatever. She's held the title for every single division there could be.
Triple Crown.
I don't want to talk about it too much.
Triple Crown.
Oh.
They're not as pretty as your crown, but there's still 3 of them.
She hit a grand slam, they like to say.
Sure, you could call it that.
And then, her sister's known to be, I think she's a multi-time tag champion, right?
Mhm.
And on top of that, these are all ladies that I competed in within the gauntlet, right? The Burke Invitational. And I was one of the last 2 with Markova. And Markova's biggest mistake is instead of just putting me through a table to defeat me, she didn't set that table on fire. So this
Probably
brings
should've.
me back to the fact that in that gauntlet, I was in that match with, we can say, history makers.
Mhm.
I would say some of the strongest competing, what would you call those monsters that lift weights and do that stuff at the
Bodybuilders?
gym?
Power lifters?
Some of the
Bodybuilders?
strongest power lifters were
Sure.
in. It was in that gauntlet. We
That's
had
true.
previous champions in that gauntlet, and I still was one of the only competitors to make someone tap out. That was me in the center of the ring. So we have our roster filled with history makers. We have our roster so obsessed with being some of the technical best wrestlers. And then we have a part of our division that thinks they could just use their looks to get ahead, right? Well, La Princesa happens to be a technical submission specialist. And I also have looks. But the thing they're all missing, which I have no problem flaunting, is they don't have this. See, I have a way of using my competitors' strengths against them. And I simply do that every time I step into the ring. So tomorrow will be no different. You see, Markova got in my way. And now I'm going to make her pay.
Well, let's pause for a second here and let's remind some of our folks what exactly happened. Let's play a clip right now and we'll get your reaction after.
What are you going to call it?
Oh, but here comes Markova! Here comes Markova! Well, why is she out here?
Well, she's the coach from FTW. She's the leader.
So wait! Oh, my gosh! Tiffany Nieves with a sneak attack with the chair! Nieves has just laid out Markova! Well, Markova's sticking her nose in somebody else's business for no reason. And you know, Tiffany, listen.
What are you going to
That wasn't even the only time.
I mean, she got in the way of my singles match against Kenzie Page for the opportunity for the championship. I was just taking every advantage I could. I happened to see someone that I could have used to my advantage. And unfortunately, Markova wanted to save the day. Well, I'm just returning the favor. That was, can we do that one more time? For anyone who missed it.
Well, what are you going to call it?
Oh, but here comes Markova! Here comes Markova! Well, why is she out here?
Well, she's the coach from FTW. She's the leader.
So wait! Oh, my gosh! Tiffany Nieves with a sneak attack with the chair!
Yeah.
That fascinates me. Aren't you a fan? Isn't
It
that the way to
fascinates
get
me. What was going through your head when you had the chair? Because you could have stayed in the back. You didn't have to be out there. What was the message that you wanted to send, not only to the people in that match, not only to Markova, but also to the fans watching?
I wanted to send a message that this is just the beginning. And I'm going to make Markova pay. Whether it's in blood, whether it's at an opportunity at the title, whether it's the cost of her career. I'm going to do anything and everything to make sure I end Markova and she becomes history and I humiliate her. Because I've said this before, she has no right lying to the entire world. She has Billy out here saying she's one of the best women's wrestlers in history. And like I said, he knows that's a lie. I know that's a lie. Everyone in this chat knows this is a lie. And so does Markova deep, deep down.
I know that you said that you were just retaliating after she interfered in your match. But if we go back a little bit farther in the past for that, it was on Power back in November. It was Natalia Markova versus Kenzie Page for the NWA World Women's Championship. You mentioned NWA 76, the Burke Gauntlet. The match, she won. She got the shot. She has the shot. And then what happens? You run into the ring and hit a Kenzie cutter and cost Natalia Markova her shot.
Any other questions?
Do you think could that be the catalyst?
Let's read the comments. Kyle, stop playing lawyer.
Yes,
Markova deserved it.
I don't think Kyle could pass the bar. I love Kyle, but
I can't even do a pull-up on a bar.
That's a bridge
I got
too
bad
far.
shoulders.
Let's see. I love Nieves, but I hope Markova wins. What is wrong with this chat? Lies? Who are they claiming to be a liar? I'd love to know. It can't be me, right? It can't be me. Markova wins. Tiffany got a.
Oh, hey, HT.
Who's HD?
Hey, what?
Nieves nailed that shot.
A
Duh.
million years ago. If that's the real human tornado, I'm assuming.
I started doing my tornado dancing, and you can't see it, but my
Listen,
lower body, I'm doing my little
listen.
thing.
That's way before your time, La Princesa.
Yeah, that's like
What
PWG,
did
baby.
you say? Let's see. Should be a champion. Ah! I'm very upset. I don't care to be the queen. When will everyone understand? Please stop making this mistake. A queen needs a king. I do not. I'm La Princesa. I make demands and I get them. And I have to do zero work to do it. I work smarter, not harder. A queen has to conquer the nation. A princess reaps the benefits. You get what I'm saying?
A princess has followers as well. And as a member of Exodus, I think that you might have your own level of minions that would be willing to do your dirty work for you if need be.
You're allowed to agree with me. It's okay. It's absolutely okay.
Well, tomorrow night on
And
NWA
while
Power.
I'm on here,
yes.
let's talk about it. Everyone, if you're not excited about tomorrow's match, which I know you are, you should be more excited to know that you can access a Get It Got It Bueno shirt on the NWA merch website. That's the closest you'll ever get to looking as good as La Princesa. Ooh, look. You see that, guys?
That's right now.
Get It Got It Bueno. And when I win the title, we'll update it with a photo of me with the title.
Would there be a variant that says like Get It Got It
real.
Bueno champion?
Yes. Tip champ until 24 ever.
That's
Guys, make sure you follow me too. I am so happy to be taking over this entire live. Maybe this was the plan. Let's go. Let's see if they have any juicy questions of why I'm the best at everything. I'm here for a couple more questions. Let's go.
What are the
Let's get it going. I'm going to take out everyone.
Obvious.
All right. Real
Who would you guys like me to defend my title against it within the NWA women's division? I've got a few in mind. But let's see what the fans think. It'd be everyone. Get it, bueno.
You know,
do you have a shirt, Ken? If you don't, get one.
You know, it's been announced that coming up, we're going to have the debut of the Money Birds.
I've been talking to Danny Dealz for almost a year because I know that there should be a La Princesa flag on there too.
Right? Come on now.
What's your take on the Money Birds?
With Aquaman or something in the
Let's talk about it too. I am one of the very few women on the women's roster who has made it to almost all the territories. I've trained at Jazz's territory in Texas, and we are speaking of a title defense in the moment. I have worked the Chicago territory. I have worked Joe Kazana's territory. I have worked KFW street fight against that Kenzie Page, and I have become a champion at the Exodus Pro.
Well, one, it sounds like you got to make a trip to St. Louis and do WLW. I'm just saying that's just the only one that was.
That is one of the. That is the one I'm missing.
I'm just saying that's the only one that's missing.
And there's rumors of a new territory. I don't know if I can say it yet, but there are rumors. There are rumors.
What rumors have you heard?
Well, I've heard possibly New Mexico.
Wow.
I don't think they can get over the border now. I think that got announced today.
We are making our
New Mexico, Kyle. New Mexico. Not the old.
Listen, and I do want it to be shared that I am flooded with international opportunities for the territories. Everyone's just waiting online to become a territory. But imagine how many people are waiting to become a champion of a territory. You're just going to have to wait a lot longer because at least in the Midwest, you're not getting this title.
I feel like you're never going to lose that championship.
Now we're talking.
You could be the Mildred Burke and just have it for like 10
I should. I can't wait.
They're going to make a movie about her coming up.
When I do get it, it's not going anywhere. I'm going to beat Camille's reign for it. So I'm okay with when it comes to me. I'd rather earn it just like everyone else. So I can brag in their face that they're not any more important than I am. I'm going to get every single title there is for the women.
We've recently seen a change in attitude from Ruthie.
And you know what I'm really excited for? What do we have? What do we have coming up? We have our show in Tampa.
That's right.
We absolutely
do. And then following that, I believe, is Dothan, correct?
You are absolutely correct. You're made for this. This is fantastic. February 2nd, early start time.
Look who's at the top.
And I cannot. I can't yet reveal what I'll be doing. Because the one thing that La Princesa does best is keep everyone in suspense. That's why I'm the thinker.
I like that. Is it possible you be part of the 8-person Dane Memorial Heavyweight tournament?
I see 0 questions, which means La Princesa is not one of the. I guess there's not many questions.
They're too dumb. They're just too dumb, Tiffany.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're dumb. You want to know what it is? I think I'm one of the few people that I wanted to find a way to make it extravagant, but it's extravagant in itself. I think I'm one of the few people that you don't have to ask questions because you what you see is what you get. Yeah. So, I mean, how can you be confused? I mean, royalty, beauty, intelligence, there's nothing to ask. When will we see Shockwave? That is not a Tiffany question. Do I look?
But here's a Tiffany question. This was going to be my pitch as someone who could challenge you in perhaps belt versus belt.
Big Mama?
I'm just saying.
Who? Big Mama? Because I want that TV title. She does not deserve the TV.
Why not?
What makes her deserve it? I mean, what? Did you see what I did to her at the return of the territories? I was in a match against her. You should have seen what I did to Joe Kazana and his stupid by the book. I mean, I'll do it again. I'll do it again. The point is, I would love a match against Big Mama. I deserve the TV title because I am a TV superstar. She's not. No one tunes in to see Big Mama unless they're terrified. Big Mama is heart and soul. Don't get me wrong. She is heart and soul, and I cannot overlook that. But she doesn't have the technical skills I have. She doesn't have the brain I have. And she's very athletic. But when it comes to the pageant princess, that's only me.
Ken terminated DQ there with the $5 super chat. He says, I loved your shirt.
I'll burn that book.
Please do. You are the true OG bad girl.
I'm talking to the fans here.
Tiffany Nieves is the real Tiffy time. Keep fighting champ. Ken, I bet she appreciates that.
Yeah,
although
baby.
Let's face it, $5. I think she's probably looking for a little bit more.
I would say that's something about NWA that always, I guess, keeps me hooked. Is you don't know what you're going to get from anyone on the roster. I mean, one week I am literally humiliating Markova, and the next week we are surprising everyone by crowning a new champion at the territory show. You never know what you're going to get with NWA, which is why it's so important to make sure you're heading out to those territory shows while you're watching live and you're always tuning in. And just like tomorrow at 6:05, I promise all my fans, I will make Markova bleed and taste her own blood. Mark my words. That is what you can expect tomorrow. Nothing less.
If she beats you, though, is there a shot that she will get a shot at that championship on your shoulder?
Let's see.
Well, future star.
Yeah.
Will I defend against Natalia?
I think you need to send another $2 and spell check. I'm just saying.
You know, it's very interesting, Joe, because the line of events that have happened, I could yet speak on. But all I can promise you, I know you have so many questions about me and Markova. Just tune in tomorrow. They'll all be answered. They'll all be answered.
Can't wait.
And one thing about me is I never break a promise. That is true.
That's a fact. 100% for La Princesa.
Tone Entertainment, thank you for throwing in the $5
now, how
there.
long you'll get to have La Princesa around? You don't have to worry about that. La Princesa's going nowhere because, like I said, I am going to beat Camille's record of being the champion she thought she was.
Acknowledge her. Do it. It must be done.
Let's see. Always focus on paying attention to the Princesa to be taking questions. Well, I'm not upset about that. And if you haven't had the opportunity, please make sure you tune in to Begin Again, which was live, and where I retained my title against Kylie Page.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
It was in the dirts already. It's fine.
But you got to see how it happens. So go to the
And I
NWA
have
YouTube
plans in
page
April
after this.
to defend this in Mexico. So we're worldwide. NWA is not stopping.
Sure.
You're going to be in Mexico in April?
Oh, goodness.
Orderly.
Well, let's talk about another topic. Do you want Tiff's topics? Like, what else do we have to offer? Come on, let's go.
What's a Tiff topic for everybody?
We're going to make a whole segment now.
Yes, please. Tiff's topics. And since I'm taking over, I'd love to know what were you going to discuss with Kyle behind my back when I left?
We were probably just going to talk about how we've had a long day and then shit talk some
honestly,
nothing you related.
This is going to be weird. We might have talked about our pal Sal.
Though we're asleep when we have most of our dreams, upon awaking, don't stop dreaming. Follow me.
Normally those are much weirder and not really on point with the day. I was going to make fun of him, but now I choose not to.
I think it actually makes sense. Let's take a moment to acknowledge Martin Luther King.
Sure.
Yes, but does Sal have this weekly? Do we get to enjoy these Sal moments?
We do have moments of Sal every week.
Sometimes he's naked.
Wow.
Yes. I think we could upgrade to La Princesa moment. We got to think of a name for it.
Tiffy's thought. What did we say earlier? Can one of the fans remind me what we called
what did
it
we say?
earlier?
Princessa's point.
Yeah,
Tiffy's
that might be
thoughts.
something.
Tiffany's thoughts. So let me
Tiffany's thoughts,
tell you
there
what
you
I
go.
think about Sal's moments. He looks a lot better with his face covered. I think he's doing well. And if he keeps that look, he may be onto something. I mean, I know originally it was for his repair of his nose, but I mean, that thing was getting in the way. If you ask Tiffy's thoughts,
it wasn't the nose.
getting in the way.
It was this
getting in the way.
bone right
And Sal
here.
may never hold a title, so holding his face together may be his one goal that he can actually accomplish now.
Sal's a former Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champion.
Is Big Mama here?
Big Mama is in the chat.
Oh, Big Mama. Big Mama, you in fact have my number. Why don't you call me? You know what? I probably wouldn't pick up. Maybe my perro would pick up. Because, I can't say what I think you are, but it's a female perro, okay?
Whoa, hey now.
Yeah.
I grew up in Connecticut.
And I'm
Just
knocking you out with your own title and walk out the door with it, too. Whew. Get it? Got it? Boy, no.
WrestleVision believes in you.
I know WrestleVision believes in me. Every WrestleVision believes in me. I am the future of wrestling.
And look at that.
I'm sorry, I got distracted by whatever this.
Okay, so that was Sal's thoughts. Keep it coming. What is next?
There it is. Wait, there it is. Business just picked up. Boom.
Business.
There's more here.
Ryan Davis talking about why no?
Yeah.
Business just picked up.
Because you're here. Like normally we get like a few thousand people watching, but I mean, I'm looking at the numbers right now.
Millions, but don't share.
It's skyrocketing. It's
You're a draw.
We should get rid of Danny Dealz and Gary Horne and only have La Princesa.
Let's agree.
Get rid of Kyle and me, and it's just her talking.
You've
My
saved
hair
the
is
show.
better than Danny Dealz.
Yeah, you did.
And you know what?
This has been a slog.
We don't
Yeah.
even need Danny Dealz on here. We know he's a big Paige sister
He's got
fan,
deals.
and he was going to comment on how baby Kylie's
Hey,
hair
Daddy,
is so cute. We don't care, Danny.
Hey, Daddy, yo. Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
care,
mate.
Danny Dealz. We don't care.
Wow, he's gonna bury
Strictly
your merch
business
at the bottom of
just
the page
picked
now.
up. He might be on something.
What does that mean?
But you are not an
Wow.
Exodus Pro territory club. You wouldn't.
Marvelous
get it.
Wolf was that's
Strictly
cool.
Business happens to be one of the top wrestlers of Exodus Pro. And Strictly Business will hurt anyone that I tell him to. So yeah, Strictly Business just picked up. Because if people talk about me, I'm still protected. So that's what you can sum it up to that.
100%.
I love that you're not even waiting for us to put stuff on the screen. You're
No,
literally
it's not.
just
But
losing
look,
the chat.
look.
She's like, oh, what do we got here?
La Princesa's time is valuable. We want to appreciate everything. We want to remind folks, gonna be in action on NWA Power starting tomorrow, 6:05 Eastern. Kyle Davis is looking for the graphic right now, and boom, there it is right there. You can see all these incredible stars, including NWA World Heavyweight Champion Tom Latimer, former champion EC3. Tyler Franks is going to be there with his shot at Tom Latimer, non-title. Kerry Morton's going up against Connor Hazard.
I just realized we skipped talking about this match earlier.
We did,
today.
but that's, it's Kerry Morton, and he's kind of on my list of people I don't like to talk about anyways. But Connor Hazard is going to kick his ass. Joe Ocasio and Colby Carino.
Promising match there.
That's a great match. That's a good match right there.
That's gonna
Austin
be
Idol,
great.
I'm sure he's going to be paying a lot of attention to that one for sure.
Hold on real quick. Tiffany, have you heard the rumor?
Can't wait to hear what EC3 has to say. It's going to be phenomenal. I do want to ask if you could spread the word, regardless of what you see in the match versus Markova and I, just stay out of my way, okay, Joe? Don't you dare interfere, okay? You just do what you're best at and calling it picture by picture the beautiful magic I'm going to make tomorrow, okay?
Just be careful. They call him Joe the Pipe Galli for a reason.
Whoa,
All
hey,
right.
settle down. Not around these ladies.
All right?
The important thing is if you want to see La Princesa in action, you got to watch Power tomorrow exclusively on the NWA account on X. Ain't that right?
Get it? Got it?
Brr.
I can't wait.
Tiffany.
I can't wait. I can't.
Aside from everywhere that
See
their
you
eyes
tomorrow,
can follow,
suckers.
where do people?
And again, thank you so much for having me on. Let's really discuss doing a Tippy thoughts. Let's see what everyone.
We're going to
thinks.
do it. We're making it happen.
I think so.
100%.
My pay just went up.
Cha-ching, baby. Another paycheck. Boom. That's how she works. That's how it is. getting that big dollars, baby, big dollars.
Joe, does my microphone work? Because she didn't answer a single question I asked that entire time.
Wasn't listening to you at all. No,
It's like, what is
Tiffany
happening?
Nieves doesn't listen to me. Wait,
You know what?
Put this up. There I am. There, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, the amount of energy she brought to this was highly unexpected. I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Thank goodness.
Yes, because him and
we're fried.
I am going to take a break after the show, Joe, and hang out with Samantha for an hour. And when she goes to sleep,
that's a significant other, ladies and gentlemen. Just
going back
not
to
a
work.
potted plant named Samantha. It's an actual person.
Is that a potted plant?
Yeah.
I got to go check its pH level to make sure it's growing right. That sounded really gross.
Hey, yo.
But you know what's not gross? You being a part of the National Wrestling Alliance live and in person. We are going to be having a special Valentine's Day season taping event. Early show February 2nd, 2 to 5 p.m. Go to NWALiveEvents.com. And you can be
limited tickets available.
It is a what's the way I can say?
It's tight now.
An intimate arena setting where you get to be close to the action. By close to the action, have you ever wanted to catch a throw? Perhaps someone will throw Tiffany Nieves out of the ring into you.
Or
you could
be the victim of a thrill ride, and Kyle Davis could tell you that's not good.
Oh, it's not.
It's still fun to watch other people.
It is very fun. When you're spinning, it's very like, yay! And then you remember, oh, wait, this stops. And then bam.
Yeah.
Blah.
Pretty quick on that stop.
And then you realize that, Kyle, you're not a wrestler anymore. You're not like him. And they not like us. NWA Crossfire will be having They Not Like Us coming up on Friday, January 24th, and you can be part of it. They're going to be celebrating 20 years of KFW. And, of course, KFW is ran by the Page Sisters. You can see all the action, and perhaps you'll even get to see the NWA World Women's Champion, Kenzie Page, there, as long as her sister, Kylie. Whoa. Joe, has the snow started yet?
I can't tell. It's dark. But I also have to walk my dog. So we don't have to make it to 7:00. I think
we don't. We've gotten all the entertainment in that you could possibly have. We've talked about Power. We've talked about Tampa. We've talked about Dothan, Alabama. And we had an amazing talk with La Princesa herself, Tiffany Nieves, who will be in action tomorrow night, 6:05 on X at the NWA account. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a hell of a time. You've seen the moment of Sal. This man's got to go make sure things are good. I have, as Samantha texted me, she goes, it wasn't Ghost Pepper you had. You had a Reaper. I had Reaper.
That's even higher.
Yeah. That would explain why it burned. And speaking of burning, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to have to go track down some gravy cakes because I think that might be the only thing to stop that. You can follow me at Kyle Davis ATL on social media, or you can just listen to me doing stuff on Power and calling matches and stuff.
And on Carney
voice. Otherwise, this guy right here, Joe Galli, he's the voice of the National Wrestling Alliance.
This guy, we don't know which way to point.
I'm pointing to you on my screen.
Oh, on my screen, you're pointing away from me.
That's really?
Weird. Yeah, I'm pointing away from you right now. Am I pointing at you?
No, you're pointing away, and I'm pointing to you.
Yeah, this is pointing at you.
That's okay. I was like, do I have it wrong? I don't know.
That's weird. Okay.
Carneyland is also what Joe mentioned. You could see us be on all sorts of networks right now, and I believe it's streaming on Peacock right now.
CW, Amazon, all of them.
Yeah, come not see this version of me. Weird, all right?
Thanks, Toned.
Fun show. Thank you very much. Again, we hope you enjoyed yourself, folks. Danny Dealz will be back next week unless the boat does a Titanic thing. And if it does, then this is going to be
We're going to feel really bad about it.
I'm going to be like, how was I to know? I didn't make this happen. And we hope to have Gary Horne back as long as he gets to escape from Alex Misery, who finally found
He's already dead.
Well, then next week we're going to have to get another guest host.
We're going to do an 8.5 bell salute. He doesn't get the full 10. 8.5. How do we do the half? I don't know.
Just the way we've always done it. We'll never live that down. It's been 5 years. For Joe Galli, I'm Kyle Davis. This is the National Wrestling Alliance. You can follow us online at the National Wrestling Alliance or go to nationalwrestling.com and get all your stuff, merchandise, tickets. You can do whatever you want to do there. You can find all information. But anyway, he's going to go get the dog for a walk. I'm going to go not walk my dog, but do something else. Be safe, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Martin Luther King Day. And remember, if you care about somebody, let them know because they might not realize how damn important they are to you.
Love somebody today, baby.
Boom. For Joe Galli and Kyle Davis, this is the NWA. Gravy cakes.